What's up, YouTube? Um, yeah, so anyway, I'm still, I haven't done any hard drugs or used needles or smoked coke or anything like that, but, definitely some chronic alcohol abuse for the past 5, 6 days. My world has definitely been turned upside down. Um, there's a lot that goes into it, but basically, my baby mom's that is, I mean, I don't know. She was my best friend. She was everything, or I thought she was, but she wasn't what she fucking seemed. I fucking, I mean, we she's been living apart. She got an apartment in another town, but she had been coming on the weekends with the kids and spending time with me, and I was been working really hard to put my family back together because that was the only thing that kept me sober the first time, and that is also like um I don't see a I mean that's what I'm doing it for. My life's, I don't know, it's just the whole thing. I can't even explain it right now, and I fucking it has been a tough, probably. I mean, I'm not gonna say the toughest 5 days that I been through. I found out last Saturday, and today's, well, I guess Friday morning. So 6 days. I'm not gonna say the toughest in my entire life. I mean, some moments were definitely the moments of it were the toughest moments in my life, but the string of days wasn't. I think I've done pretty good, kind of trying to push through this, and I haven't used any drugs. And I mean, I have been drinking a lot of alcohol, but I'm not gonna continue that on forever. It's just when the choices, when it comes down to literally, cutting your wrists and just going somewhere black, hopefully, where it's pain free, or whatever else is after this, versus drink some fucking alcohol, then I feel like maybe drinking alcohol is a better option. And that's what it was, and I'm starting to feel a little bit better now. But like the situation, it isn't even just that it's over. Basically, she's been talking to my one of my good friends that I've been friends with for a long time, and she even set me up to get jumped last year, and she's been feeding this kid information about different random things and whatnot, and it's just that was my best friend. That wasn't something I expected at all. Did not, like, she isn't like, she changed me. She isn't the type of girl that just sleeps with people, or uh, does drugs, or even smokes weed for that matter. Like, she does nothing. She got mad at me when I smoked a cigarette. Like, I changed my entire life for her. I did nothing. Um, I fucking I didn't have a Facebook for years. Um, and this kid is a fucking drug dealer. So that's cool. Doesn't make any sense. The hypocrisy of the entire situation disgusts me. It literally disgusts me, and I think once I realized that it wasn't like any other time that we kind of broke up, we didn't really break up, and I had trouble letting go. Like, I didn't want to let go of her. I loved her. That's my family. Like, I'm gonna do anything. I'd step in front of a bullet without thinking. Like, it wouldn't even, a thought of not doing it wouldn't even cross my mind. You know, and she's setting me up to get my face kicked in the meantime. you know I could never imagine. I'd do anything on earth to protect her from harm, and that's what was going on the other end. And once I realized that that ain't love, she don't love me, it's made it so much easier to let go. Like, go. I I look fucking rough. I look like 10 years older than I am. So how I found out is she was over last weekend, like usual with the kids, you know, and you know, I mean, this needed to happen. It really did. Like, I think in the end, it's gonna be better off for it. Other than the kids' situation, because they're. I mean, that's a whole other thing. This whole situation is like so long. It's crazy. Um, I mean, I've been fucking. I don't even have any tears left. I've been like on my knees, fucking bawling for well, the first 3 days anyway. Until I really thought about it, and I was like, you got to make a decision not to let this hold you down like that, you know. In our relationship, in the end, man, like she didn't like me, I didn't like her, you know. I thought we loved each other still, and that's what I held on to, but that ain't even true either now. It's just not. Nobody that loves you would let some of the things she did, you just wouldn't do to somebody you love. But so how it happened is, we're sitting there. She says she's gonna run to Cumberland Farms and get a few things, and I said okay. All right, now this kid that I'm talking about, that she's been talking to, she loses it on me if I talk to him, you know, before I even knew about this. Like, he'd still hit me up, and, you know, we were still friends, but he was selling drugs at first and not doing them, but he started to do them now too. She's like, nah, no bad influences. Like, she'd get mad if I talked to him, you know, because of that fact. Well, I thought it was that fact anyway. I haven't talked to him in like a month. He randomly shows up at my house right when she's about to pull out of the driveway. And he's like, he gets dropped off. He's like, yo, can I stay here for a minute? He's like, and I hear sirens going down the road. And I'm like, you know, this was last Saturday. I had just gotten out, man. My life got just like, I was on a good schedule. I was waking up, you know, I was eating good. Like, I was just doing fucking my chest routine, working out, you know, and he showed up, and dude, since it got my whole life spun out now, but I'm gonna get back there. I haven't used any, you know, drugs, so. But anyway, so he shows up, and I said, yeah, what's going on? His face is bleeding and shit. I come inside. He had pissed himself. You know, he didn't look good, man, and I'm trying to be a good friend, you know, and help him. So, yo, fucking get in the shower. Here's some clothes. I get him clothes, yada yada, etc., etc. And he fucking, you know, takes a shower. He had a seizure, I guess, at this house he was at before. Jumped out his two-story window after he had the seizure, and sliced his hand open. Whatever, I don't know what the seizure's from. I know he's been doing a lot of cocaine, heroin, and I guess he's been doing like steroids and test boosters. Kid's never been that bright, but, you know, I thought he was loyal, and that's what I held on to with our friendship, was his loyalty. He was in prison for 5 years, you know, and he used to call me. She talked to him some, you know, and I guess that's probably where this all started. But anyway, so he takes a shower, whatever. She runs to the store, 'cause she was already in the driveway when he showed up. And I told her, yo, I was like, we were walking by, like, me and him. I said, hey, James, gonna hang out for a minute till he gets another ride. Like, and she was abnormally nice to him. Like, she's usually like mean to, like, people that use drugs or whatever. If I try to, like, be around her or whatever, she'd be like, yeah, and she'd, like, peel off or something. And she's like, okay, no problem. Do you need anything, James? I thought that was kind of, but I didn't even think twice, because like this is a situation that I would have never imagined in my wildest fucking dreams. Like, she fucking, if I smoked a cigarette, she got mad at me. Like, this dude is not what, I don't know. So anyway, it wasn't even a question. I'm like, whatever. She gets back from the store. All of a sudden he goes out and has a seizure at my house. This was, like I said, Saturday. And he falls out. And he's fucking full-blown grand mal. Blood's dripping out of his mouth. He's fucking turning blue. He's not really breathing. He's like going like that thing, like trying to get a breath, but it ain't coming. Blue. I wish I had known at the time what was going on, because that seizure would have been, the last of it. I probably would have just stomped on his head until, the blue turned purple and dragged him out back, and that would have been that. But I guess I'm glad that I didn't. I'm older now. And I've tried to just kind of chill and be as rational as possible, and I'm fucking thankful that I am like that now, because 5 years ago, like, this wouldn't have been the result. So anyway, start seizing. And she's sitting on the ground. She's like, roll him on his side. I got him rolled on his side. And she's got his head, like, from man, this is going to make me, from bouncing off the floor. She's going, it's okay, James. Like, you're okay. I shouldn't have said his name, but it's okay. You're all right. You're all right. And looking at her, like, now that I know what I know, thinking back about that image, her holding his face like that, right in front of me, is making me fucking, like, I can't even explain it. It's really rough, though. Like, this was the woman that, like, she was, I never thought, it was ever going to be any different. But now I've realized that it has to be. But he has a seizure. I tried to drag him outside. I eventually get him in the car. So I throw this kid in the passenger seat. My kids were home, so I throw this kid in the passenger seat of the car with my girlfriend, who he's been talking to. I said, take him to the hospital. I'm like, yo, bro, you can be all right. Like, I'm like, yo, just sit. And he was still out of it, whatever. And they go. They leave. Whatever, he made it to the hospital. Later that night, I'm sitting there. I put on a movie. I'm laying in bed. And, like, she's sitting on my kid's bed. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. She's, like, complaining about something. Her stomach or something is just acting weird, Won't even get in the fucking bed with me, Something seemed off. I never go through her phone, never have, never. She's always had the password to my phone, always had to go through my phone. I never touch her phone, But she's sitting there, and I can tell something's off. So I just walked over and I sat down next to her. And I said, give me your phone. And she said no. And I saw the light go right out of her eyes when I said that. Her heart dropped. I knew something was right there. And I grabbed it while it was still in her hands. And I said, give me your phone. I said, you already know what this is. Like, don't turn it into, like, I said, I'm not going to flip. I'm not going to get mad. Be fucking honest. Like, don't do what you're about to try to do, because it's going to turn into a situation that doesn't need to happen. And she said no, she didn't want to give me the phone. I said, I wasn't even trying to rip it out of her hands. I was just, like, holding it, but she still had a hand on it. And I said, she says, I have feelings for James. And I just let go. I stood up, walked out the front door. I just walked down the fucking road. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And that was that moment, those moments right there. Those moments were, those were really, I didn't flip out. I didn't punch holes in the walls. I didn't scream. I just walked down the road, and she fucking, I texted her for a minute from down the road, and I said, you should probably go. like, just leave. I said, if you could please leave Tatum, I'd really appreciate it because I don't want to be alone right now. You know, I know the other kids, they had school and stuff, but please just leave him. Like, please. I think she probably went to his house the second she left. She was probably planning on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was probably, I can't even cry anymore. I have never, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever have that kind of love for another female again. Like, that was some shit where it was, like, as real as it could possibly get. Like, you know, it's me and you. Like, never betray each other. Like, best friends, you know. That makes me sick to my stomach. She left, you know. And the fact that she left like that, too, just proves, you know, how much you care. So I did something a little nasty. I'm just going to post this video like this for now, but I'll post pictures of, like, me and her when we get together, and, like, this other picture that I sent her after this and everything. But I'm just going to post this like this for now. But, so, she left, you know. And the next day, I didn't go to bed. I just stayed up. I get on Facebook. I get at this girl. I go and hang out with her for a minute. I didn't do anything. I couldn't even if I wanted to. Like, those feelings. I mean, it could be the most bangingest supermodel to fucking walk this planet, and I'd have no interest, you know? All I'm thinking about is this girl, like, I want to hug, you know, my girl, baby moms, you know? And I'm hurting like this, and then all I can think is to call her. Like, when I feel like that, I'm like, I'm going to call my best friend. And then I stop and I think, and I'm like, she's the reason for it. Like, you can't call her no more. I don't know. It's just mind-boggling. So I go hang out with this other girl for a minute. And merely for the fact of, like, revenge, pissing her off, I don't know. I took a picture holding my son and standing with this other girl, just, like, kissing her. I mean, we never kissed. It was for the picture. Like, fucking, I hit her up that day. Saw her that day. I hadn't been talking to her. No, it was just... whatever. So I sent it to her. Baby moms. Bad fucking idea. I shouldn't have done that. She's basically blocked me on everything she possibly can and told me to have fun with my supervised fucking visits. And I dropped Hayden off at my mom's that day at 4, and she picked him up from there. And I've been blocked everything since. I went from Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. From when that happened, Saturday, I gave Taden back. Or was it Sunday by the time? Saturday, I guess the seizure happened. It was Saturday, early Sunday morning, I found out, 2 a.m. And then Sunday that I gave him back. And I didn't fall asleep again until Thursday. Yesterday, I started drinking. Every time I didn't eat either for like 4 days. Man, I didn't feel good. I still haven't eaten much, and I've still been drinking. But I did sleep, you know, like 3 hours anyway. So that was better than nothing. But, like, I was up for, I think I counted, it was like 110 plus hours. I was seeing things that weren't there. It was bad. I finally got some sleep, man. The second I woke up, thinking about her. You know, I've been trying to just focus on me. It's what I've needed to do for a long time, and I need to let it go. It's not love, and I don't even know if love's, like, a thing. Either way, I'm staying sober. I mean, I've drank a lot of alcohol, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I fucked up and drank, but I think overall, this whole situation I'm doing, you know, alright. I mean, she was still even telling him shit even after that. When he had the seizure, he left the wallet at my house and whatever. After I found out, whatever, I said, you gotta leave. I made her give me a ride up the street so I could get some beer. Bring me back before she left, and I fucking took his wallet and I hucked the other one. She gets right on her phone, texting, like, the coldness to it, and the coldness now to her blocking me on everything. I understand I sent that picture, whatever. It's besides the point. If we're not going to be together, like, we shouldn't be anyway. We're kind of toxic. Like, we're not good together. However, we were still together for 8 years, and, like, if we still have, like, I thought, like, we were each other's everything, and she knows what an issue I have with drugs and whatever, and, like, how nasty I can get. She also knows how much those fucking kids mean to me, and